Alright, I'm sure one of the biggest questions that people generally tend to have is what makes GRE tough? And I'm sure you already know the answer actually. Vocabulary, words. So one question I'm often asked is, how do we fall in love with words? How do we tend to remember these many words? Quite often people say that if you can remember 1,000 words, it's enough. People talk about high frequency words. There are many other James Bonds, we talk about 3,500 words. Now, what's the right number of words? That again depends on what is the good score and the definition of good for you. As I said earlier, I drive a BMW 525. Is it a good car? Oh yes, it's a beautiful car. But is it good enough for me? The answer is no. If you are ambitious enough and you are therefore looking for a good score in GRE, and the good really means good by the global standards, then you need to be pushing yourself. You need to be remembering as many words as possible. And this is where I keep saying it's not about you holding a dictionary, opening it up whenever you come across a tough word and then trying to by heart it. Believe me, if you have the ability to by heart a dictionary, then you're already a James Bond. Most of us are not. I know, I'm not. So how did I end up getting 335 in GRE? How did I end up improving my vocab skills? In fact, I'm going to be a lead trainer for Conduira online, verbal. How did I do that? I'm going to be sharing a few tips with you. This, of course, I'll be elaborating more during my class. First point, learn to link the words. Don't read them as if you're by hearting a dictionary. For example, if I were to ask you to recall all your classmates of 10th class, what would you do? You would quickly visualize your class. Think of few friends who are spread out, maybe in different locations of the class, and then think of the people who are around them. Isn't that the way we remember? The same technique has to be brought here. Think of one word and then the related word. The moment you do so, and you do so every time you think of the first word, you think of the related word, your ability to remember will skyrocket. Second, come out with understanding words. And how do you understand words? If you've seen any of my videos on vocabulary, you will realize the fact that I tend to use the language of Latin and Greek in a big way. By looking at the words from different perspectives, for example, the word perspective itself can be looked at two Latin words as per and spect. Your ability to understand the words will increase. That method is a method that I advocate, and yes, quite a few people also advocate and follow. So if you can use methods of this nature of understanding the words, again, your ability to remember words will skyrocket. Finally, build good skills. If you are a person with a lot of time, then I would strongly recommend you to pick up a reading habit. And when I say reading habit, I'm not talking about ordinary books. I'm talking about little higher books where the vocabulary is good. If you are a person who is used to reading the Hindu newspaper, I'm sure you understand what is good vocabulary. So when you start with your reading habit, slowly, your ability to understand words will increase. But no, if you are a person new to such a newspaper, don't rush to the dictionary the moment you see a tough word. Because you know what will happen? Your interest in reading will go away. Rather, try to understand the meaning from the context of it. And as you go forward, you will realize the fact that certain words keep appearing again and again, and these are the words which you should go to the dictionary. But the beauty is, by the time you decide to go to the dictionary, there's a very good chance you already understood the meaning of the word from the various contexts you have seen these words appear in. So by bringing all these methods, your ability to remember words will increase. Not just that, your ability to understand the use of these words will increase. And that's precisely what is required to get a very good score in GRE. Join me in falling in love with words, because the moment you understand words, you have to look at these words, new words, which you probably have not seen earlier, to understand the meaning. And that is something that will help you to cross that 3,500 marks that we talk about as the vocab limit for ultimate score of your GRE. I'll see you then.